Good morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku Was the Great Swordsman, Part 2. So, in the Part 1, where we left off, the Deku was internship thing, but no one wanted to hire him. And so they decided, you know what? It's not even worth it. He would probably end up killing us in the process. So they chose someone safer. Zumi. And Zuko is a little bit annoyed why everyone chooses her over him. Because he took out almost everyone. And all the, but he tells himself, yeah. And he does save Tenya way before as Zuko, who says to Tenya, how about let us two sword play, or swords, or let us both people battle it out. As Hero Killer Stain looks at him, saying, you're the one that everyone's afraid of. Rumors spread around like wildfires that you might be a devil yourself. Whatever. My dream is to become a hero. Well, nothing else matters. See, reason why I'm not... I see everyone as my own friends. Some of them are friends, some of them are enemies. But you are the enemy. Yes, a true hero doesn't isn't the or goes to villains, attacks the villains first before saving the citizens. As Tenya and the Hero Killer Stain was blathering about the not saving them, as he says, look over there. As Hero Killer Stain sees there's nothing. There's no Tenya or Ida. Did they vanish? No. When you were blathering about not being a true hero and all that stuff, I took them all the way to the recovery girl, or the doctor's office, and you might, because I don't want them to witness my power again. Let's clash swords, shall we? Hero killer. It's common. It's like yin and yang. My hero name is Villain Hunter Zuku. And did you like that name of Villain Hunter Zuku? It's almost very close to Pirate Hunter Zoro, the one that you see before you. But Zuku, who, as Hero Killer Stain's like, you're just another wannabe swordsman. I'll take care of you quick as he stops, as his entire body like froze, as he could see him moving closer. And when it did, he says, that isn't part of your sins of... You're just a messed up dude, you know that. As they could not believe, or no, actually, instead of like killed Hero Killer Stain, he chopped off all of his limbs, like his arms and his legs. That's it. As he picks up puts him in the, like, a garbage bag. Yeah. He grabs Hero Killer Stain by the throat as he says, you wanted an easy way out. But I don't get that, or people don't get that opportunity of easy way out. And Zuko couldn't believe it, or that he actually defeated Hero Killer Stain by himself. No one. So he decides, as he takes a deep breath, as he puts him in a little bag, or a separate bag, as he goes all the way to the police station, as he tells them, so I heard, of course, he says, so I heard that Hero Killer Stain was killed old fake heroes, right? Yeah. And he must be very strong. Yes, we took years to find him, or months. He's that strong. So what's in bags? Oh, these? Huh. I will tell you. I was gonna ask if you guys wanted me to bring him in the body bag or the being multiple pieces. As everyone that was standing outside doing like a news thing heard that, as he dumps 2 bags out of Hero Killer Stain's body parts. Like, literally, like how he does it. Yeah. But on a whole nother level. Yeah. As they're like, whoa. Villain Hunter Herzuku, you're her something. As he assembles him back into the pieces. Yeah. But his weapons did be taken away before. Then, what else? Yes. Then after that, what agency are you in? I'm in my own agency. Everyone didn't recruit me, so I was just minding my own business. Then I saw Hero Killer Stain. As they realized that, good to know that the villain hunter Zuko has that much power. And yeah. So then the camp arc, when they got to there, he jumps as he says, finally he actually bought himself those things and those for himself to train. When as everyone's like, man, your body really isn't. As they all agree that, man, how strong is this character? As they called him like Villain Hunter Zuko. And some of them are, yeah. And Zuko, or one night, he set up a punching bag. And that is like steel, or made out of steel. As they challenged him to if he could cut that steel right down the middle, or like angles, when he had blindfold on, as he had a blindfold on, and he uses his blade, and his blade was very special. Like, it was infused with his, like, version of that slow fruit. And, yeah, and his shield one. But his, like, yeah. Plus, I don't remember his quirk, so it was, yeah, I remember now. It was the same thing as Momo and the human Pikachu. But, yeah. He infused the, like, electricity part to his blade, too. So, yeah. It's scary. As when he goes for it, he like turned into or like into blades, or no, into cubes. Nothing happened as he opens up his, like, takes off his, as everyone's laughing at him. him because he thought he was weak. And he's like, ah, man. And his powers, and reason why he could clap or stomp his foot, because one whole day, or it will, like, take a effect. But when he claps his hand or stomps his foot, it makes it half time. So basically, instead of a full, like, one full day, it would be like all the way to half. Basically, yeah. As so the next day, they're like, hey, there's villain killer, or no, villain here, or villain here, Hunter Zuko. As they start training their hardest, earnest, but then but before all that extra training thing, who was the first one up before was none other than Zuko. He starts training harder than any normal person. He, like, jumps in front, does that. He works his body way too much. Like, yeah. As he even used his power, or, like, to channel his, like, everything into his fist. Yeah. he took off his own shirt when he's outside, and he bought some pants that won't rip. Yeah, like what Zoro did. And yes, it sounds like what if Deku was Zoro. But he ends up, or Zuko is way more navigated than Zoro. No. Because he knows the map, or he could tell where he's always at. He's never lost a single fight. And, yeah. So, one day, or so, when he claps his hands, every single one of them, after he was done training, they all got up. As they're like, as they had like breakfast things. Or actually, he came in and everyone's eating breakfast. As he says, man, you all were sleeping when I got up. As, where have you been? Outside training. And so, yeah. Where have all of you been? All of you guys were sleeping when I was. Okay? As they didn't realize it. And he was speaking the truth. His powered equipment was like, he trained so hard. And yeah, he claps his own hands together and through in the morning, like when they were all training, like Ochako does her thing, Manetter does his, Bakugo does his stuff, Human Pikachu, Tenya, and all those people, except for Zuko. Because they all, like, knew that he trained the longest without any breaks. So he's like... And then suddenly, out of nowhere, everything that they saw, including the steel whole block that he had Zoro, or not Zoro, Zuko cut, they all saw it turn to sand. Man. As everyone, like, the training, as everyone's like, what has just happened? We went from the pussycat, or from the forest to the desert in the 5 seconds. As everyone's like, they thought it was Zuko, but because he trained the longest, or they actually thought it was Zumi, him. So they all like appreciate her. Like gave her the credit. that, yeah, Zuko is more jealous as he is so mad right now. They want, or it's like they all wanted to see how far they could push their, or push his buttons for, like pulling pranks on him. But enough was enough. As he sliced at the ground, then everything, like everything, as the planet got split in half. As he yeah, as everyone couldn't believe it. And yeah, because how upset he was, everyone gives Zumi the credit instead of Zuko. They all treat him as like a villain. But he doesn't want that. His name Villain Hunter Zuko. He only hunts villains. Villains. Yeah. But now, and plus they thought he was quirkless too. Maybe his swords had magical powers, or that allows him to do that. As he was like, he did put a planet back together. Yeah. So then the sand and they all like went through the desert. And they're desert. Like, what the heck just happened? Even Class 1B is like, what the heck just happened? Well, we don't know what really happened. But we do know that it had mountains and the trees, greenery, but it it was like someone just told it to like go away. Because instead of having like big mountains like you see in the background, turned into the sand, like such smooth sand that they even like every single one of them was like, as they were like, man, as Zuko did use his own power. Yeah. So, yeah, he just cleared it all out. We went from, or actually, let's say her, she makes a joke of, we went from being the forest, went from the forest to the sand desert. How in the heck did we do that? As, yeah, Bakugo does his thing. And, yeah. So then, when the villains got to there at night, they see the entire area that they supposed to be at wasn't even there. It was like someone just cuts it as some of them are like, whoa, what happened to here? As Mustard's like, yeah, this should be a place. Yeah. As the villains, and all of them were standing right there. They couldn't believe it. As some of them knew what it looked like before. As, yeah, some of them were like confused of what it looked like. As Dobby says, well, it used to be the home of or where trees and plant life grew. But now it looks like, and mountains, but now it looked like a giant sandbox for those pussycats or wildcats. Well, I don't know who did it, but man, I hate being on that side. As Musclier says, he can't wait to meet him. I'll kill him. As, yeah, they all do. So then the villains attacked. As yeah, who's the one that got captured? Was none other than Zuko. Yeah. Zuko was the one that got captured. And he dropped his blade before. So then, yeah. As over, or no, in the past, like when from, like, he is like so scary that he spooks everyone else. But only person that really doesn't see that, because how love of, or she loves spooky stuff, was none other than her. Yeah. And she loves him. she knows that he has some type of gift that's special. As she says to them, as as they try to lift it, and or they pulled it out, but when they swung right around, nothing happens. Like it was like a normal sword. How does he do that? He turns around, everything dies. As she says, maybe Zuko, who is the special one. Did you ever think about how he always remember sports festival? As everyone says, yeah, the he didn't have his blade with him at the time either. He closed his eyes and he used his power or his quirk to, or his actual willpower to do it. Maybe he's the one that's why his hero name. What is his hero name? As the Zumi says, his hero name is Villain Hunter Zuko. Is that suiting because did he tell you that anything about if he's interested like on killing us or anything like that? No. He said, or he actually did say the I'm not, or he says or he's not interested in killing us. To his eyes, he sees us as family. He doesn't want on the all of us to die. And whoever ticks him off, man, wish them luck. Then at the now All Might versus All for One's thing, Zuko was in the handcuffs at the at Heroes versus Villains' base, or no, at the League of Villains' base, and you're strong with the sword. And I knew that you could kill every single one of us if you want, but your hands are tied. And, as he says, as this, as that, as All for One appears out of nowhere, looks right at Zuko, and tells him that you will join the League of Villains. Villain Hunters Zuko. You're stronger, and much more wiser than anyone that I even encountered. All Might is is the symbol of peace, but you are even stronger than him and me. Let's test that theory out. As he unlocks the chains, as he says, huh. As the pro heroes show up out of nowhere, blah, blah, blah. All Might versus All for One. All Might got pushed to a side, and he, or All for One told All Might that he's no longer gets concerned with him because he is no longer, or you're no longer my equal. But you, oh my friend, as he turns his sights to Zuko, you're the only one. Let's battle. I want to see your true power. Our at its fullest. I want to see it. I want to take your power. You're powerful. You do, or before we start, you do have a quirk. It's called creation of electricity, or electricity of creation. That's what I'm naming it. So yeah. And when Momo heard what he had for his quirk, as the blade starts to shake, as Mr. Aizawa could sense as it comes out of these, like, the ground, as it flies all the way towards, like, flew all the way to where Zuko's at. As All for One uses his beam attack, as he says, say your goodbyes. As Zuko, as everyone is like is crying or is scared and that Zuko will die. But when the blast hits him, it was like a nuclear bomb. But the Zuko, when the flames were, as Zuko walks through the flames, as he tells All for One that no matter how many times people say that I'm quirk or quirkless, nothing, I was born with this most powerfulest powers. My sister likes me, or likes the attention. I respect her as that. But I'm the most dangerous one. Let's say she's yin and I'm yang. As he goes or he grabs the blade right out of the thin air as he says, now it's time to kill you all for one. As you said, I wanted to show you my ultimate power. Yeah, please wait for part 3.